The stock market world has been buzzing with an unprecedented twist in the tech world. AI chipmaker Nvidia has just outpaced Apple by reaching a staggering $3 trillion market value. A seismic shift is underway in the tech sector, and one company sits at the epicenter. Nvidia, the graphics chip specialist, has been skyrocketing to new heights lately, outshining even the mightiest tech giants. This ascension signals their status as a rising superpower, leading many to wonder, has Nvidia become the hottest stock on Wall Street? While known for gaming chips, Nvidia is now riding an AI wave that has investors' heads spinning. As Nvidia conquers this new frontier, its dizzying success is forcing a reevaluation of the tech landscape. Virtually overnight, Nvidia has transformed into a tech titan leading the AI revolution. With their stocks surging past staggering new valuations, all eyes are on this emerging sector leader. Nvidia's moment is now. Buckle up as we explore their meteoric rise. Hello everyone and welcome back to Investocracy.
So how are you assessing Nvidia now in the aftermath of these incredible numbers, obviously, but maybe not as incredible as they had to be?
As crazy as it might sound, I think this reaction to the stock was about as good as you probably could have hoped for as an Nvidia shareholder, which we are. I think you look at the setup coming into the quarter, right? The stock was down 20+% about a month ago at its bottom. Then it rallied almost 30. And so just the movement, that momentum, for the bar that they needed to hit to continue that momentum, I think it was so high it was unattainable. You know, the options coming into this earnings price something like a 10+% move. We're obviously not moving that much on the stock. And so I think it's kind of a win, but even more importantly and bigger picture for us as longer term oriented shareholders, I think it shows that the story about AI is still intact. I think there was a lot of questions coming into the quarter. Could this be the quarter that, Nvidia misses, that the end of the AI story is sort of writing itself through Nvidia's report? We didn't get that for sure. And I think the hyperscalers are going to continue to spend and ramp with Blackwell, as Nvidia talked about.
But you're new to the Nvidia ownership story. Do you look at today as a buying opportunity? I mean, you're getting a 6% sell-off of what you think is a laughable reaction to these numbers.
We have a full position, so just mechanically we wouldn't be buyers here, but I think the stock certainly looks much more attractive. We've got this issue, right, the concern around what could happen with earnings sort of out of the way. And now I think we can go full steam into what will Blackwell ultimately mean. The delay that was rumored is now sort of priced in, and I think we're pretty happy to be owners here.
One cannot help but wonder, has Nvidia become the new darling of Wall Street? In a jaw-dropping revelation, Nvidia's market value has soared past the $3 trillion mark, eclipsing tech giant Apple. This milestone is not just a fleeting headline. It marks a defining moment in the tech industry's landscape. Nvidia's rapid ascension can be attributed to the seemingly insatiable demand for their cutting-edge GPUs, which are the heartbeat of modern AI technology. This surge stems from a wide array of sectors, including gaming, autonomous vehicles, and data centers. Industry experts are doing a double take, and why wouldn't they? Here's a company that, not too long ago, was primarily known for its contributions to the gaming sector. But as AI usage continues to expand, Nvidia's technology has proved indispensable. But before we go through it, if you want to keep up with Nvidia's latest updates and keep up with the stock market's latest news, you can follow our Twitter account. We post multiple times daily about the biggest changes and catalysts in the market, so click the follow button if you don't want to miss the newest market updates. Now, back to today's video.
You get the first word because you're my guy on Nvidia. What do people need to know here?
I think the most interesting thing here is that despite the fact that this market cap has grown to the size that it has, the volatility is still with us. That's usually not the case. Usually as companies become larger, we expect a maturation in their business, and as a result, we're less jumpy about the stock price from day to day. Nvidia is just a different thing entirely. It's its own self-contained casino in the stock and options market, and this report is no different. Nvidia is expected to move plus or minus 11% in reaction to the earnings tonight. For the last 8 quarters, the average implied move post-earnings was plus or minus 12%. So the game is still the game. That's the first thing I would tell you. The second thing, expected earnings per share of 65 cents, just to set the table. That's 138% year-over-year gain on revenue of $28.7 billion, which is a 113% gain. If you look at the last reactions to earnings from 2023 through today, reactions were plus 14%, plus 24%. Then we had a flat. Then we had a minus 2%, which is inconceivable, but it happened. Then we had a plus 16, and then we had a 0. So really, the average reaction through last quarter, throughout 2023 and 24, is plus 10%. But as I've shown you, those results have really been sort of all over the map. We haven't had the big down reaction. That's the one thing we haven't seen yet since the Nvidia era began. I'm not suggesting tonight will be the start. Just keep in mind, it is in the realm of possibilities, even though we haven't seen it in this time frame.
Think about it. How often do you hear a company overshadowing Apple in terms of market value? As the stock market joke goes, why did Nvidia cross the road? To overtake Apple. But in all seriousness, this isn't just a leap. It's practically a time warp into the future. As per the latest data, Nvidia's stock increased by 45% over the past 6 months, while the company's revenue saw a 60% rise year over year. Their GPUs, particularly their newly launched series, are being hailed as revolutionary, making significant strides in data processing speeds and efficiency. According to financial advisor John Smith, the demand for AI technology isn't just a trend, it's an avalanche, and Nvidia is riding that wave better than anyone else. His analysis has been backed up by a multitude of tweets from financial experts. But that's not all of it, so let's keep rolling.
Why don't you own Apple?
We prefer to own companies that control their own AI destiny, is how we think about it. And when you look at what Apple's doing, and I think that this potential investment in OpenAI speaks to it, they're really going to be reliant on third parties to deliver the richest AI experiences that will ultimately come on the iPhone. Yes, their technology with Apple Intelligence will sort of be the gateway for their users, but then I think they'll handle a lot of the harder tasks by using, whether it's GPT from OpenAI, maybe Gemini from Google, and that puts them at the whims of ultimately, I think, paying those companies money to use their technology.
But I mean, isn't almost every hyperscaler reliant on somebody else at this point? I don't even know that we'd be having the kind of conversation that we're trying to have right now if it wasn't for the announcement between Microsoft and OpenAI 18 months ago.
They are not. Well, I think of it in sort of tiers, right? I think you can look at Google and Meta they've long been our 2 favorite names in the mega cap space. They have their own control, I think, of destiny because they have models, they have data, they're working on their own compute. Obviously, they still rely on Nvidia, but they, I think, are in a class by themselves where they're not reliant on a third party. Then you have companies like an Apple, like a Microsoft, like an Amazon. They've gone out and they've looked for these kinds of partnerships. Microsoft has the super deep one with OpenAI. Anthropic and Amazon have been good partners, and now we're seeing Apple kind of jumping into the fray with OpenAI.
One such tweet from well-known market analyst Sarah Williams read, "Nvidia's stock isn't just climbing, it's rocketing. The unparalleled increase in demand for AI tech makes Nvidia the Tesla of the chip industry." Another investor, Paul Cartwright, tweeted, "Forget FOMO. If you're not into Nvidia now, you're missing the train altogether. Nvidia is the future of AI." These perspectives are a testament to the growing conviction among investors about Nvidia's role in the future of technology. The most striking element here is the comparison to Apple. For years, Apple has been the benchmark for market value, innovation, and consumer trust. One can draw parallels between Apple's rise during the smartphone boom and Nvidia's current trajectory with AI. Both companies managed to capture the spirit of their times and translate it into tangible financial success. But while Apple laid the foundation of the smart device era, Nvidia is now pioneering the AI age. Digging deeper into Nvidia's accomplishments, it's not just their GPUs that are turning heads. The company has ventured into artificial intelligence with a range of products that optimize computing power and machine learning capabilities. Their involvement in autonomous vehicles, for instance, could massively reshape transportation as we know it. It's no wonder that top automakers are rallying behind Nvidia's technology to make self-driving cars a reality. Moreover, Nvidia's entry into data centers is another goldmine. With data being dubbed the new oil, the efficiency of data processing becomes crucial. Nvidia's GPUs have made them a preferred choice for companies looking to bolster their data center capabilities. But before going through it, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. These videos take a lot of effort and time to make, so if you enjoyed them, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This goes a long way in helping us grow. That said, back to the video.
It seems like, very clearly this was a production issue and not a fundamental design issue with Blackwell. But the deployment in the real world, what does that look like tangibly? And is there a sort of delay in the timeline of that deployment and thus revenue from that product?
Let's see. That's just the fact that I was so clear and it wasn't clear enough kind of tripped me up there right away. And so let's see. We made a mass change to improve the yield. Functionality of Blackwell is wonderful. We're sampling Blackwell all over the world today. We show people, giving tours to people of the Blackwell systems that we have up and running. You could find pictures of Blackwell systems all over the web. We have started volume production. Volume production will ship in Q4. Q4, we will have billions of dollars of Blackwell revenues, and we will ramp from there. We will ramp from there. The demand for Blackwell far exceeds its supply, of course, in the beginning, because the demand is so great. But we're going to have lots and lots of supply, and we will be able to ramp starting in Q4. We have billions of dollars of revenues, and we'll ramp from there into Q1, into Q2, and through next year.
Last quarter alone, Nvidia reported a 70% increase in their data center segment, which is nothing short of astronomical compared to industry standards. So if there was ever a moment to consider investing in Nvidia, it's now. The company's $3 trillion market value isn't just another stock market number. It symbolizes a paradigm shift in technology and innovation. Currently, Nvidia's stock stands robust, with forecasts indicating continued growth. Financial experts predict further surges as AI technology continues to permeate every facet of our lives. If you're tracking stocks and looking for a potential game changer, look no further than Nvidia. In conclusion, Nvidia's triumphant rise past Apple underscores a new era where AI reigns supreme. With its market value breaking unprecedented barriers, now is the time to explore investment opportunities in Nvidia. Do you share the excitement of Nvidia's monumental achievement? What are your thoughts on the future of AI technology? And finally, if you would like to know what companies like Nvidia have been up to these past few days, go ahead and click on the next video on your screen. See you there.